Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure, and we're back once again with Rimworld. A second crack with a brand new selection of survivors who have entrusted me to keep them alive for longer than an hour. If you caught the last season, and why haven't you, you'll know already that it didn't go brilliantly well. Anyway, let's introduce the team. We've got Bert here. Bert Tactics is his name, and he's a tactician. Nice, Bert. Nice. So I'm going to give Bert a pistol. There you are. Go and equip the pistol, Bert. I'm frozen at the moment, just so you know. Sandy, meanwhile, is our engineer, and you know, she's wandering around. I'm going to give her. Where's the knife? You can have the knife there, Sandy. Because we also have Big Steve. Big Steve, who is a noble, and he's incredibly violent and won't do standard labour. So he can have the rifle, and with a bit of luck, we'll get somewhere. We'll get somewhere promising. There've been a couple of updates since I last Rimworlded, and as such, well, anything could happen. I mean, there may have been numerous updates that I may not be familiar with. So if I'm missing something obvious, I entrust you, dear viewer, to point me in the direction of what I should actually be doing. But in the short term, we're going to proceed much as we did last time around and see where we get to. Hold on. What rodent-based animal did we bring with us? Peter, who is a Yorkshire Terrier. Oh, jolly good, Peter. Good. Okay, right, fine. Let's find somewhere that let's pick up the silver. Find somewhere suitable for a bit of basing. Now, I quite like this. This is a nicely defensible area. What do we got going? What are you? Your bits of ship. Okay, fine, good. Well, that might come in useful. Like, I'm a little concerned about an absence of mineable stuff. Oh, we got some over here. What else have we got going on? Actually, not very much. For those of you wishing to recreate the map, this is 300. The 300 in size, and the seed is failure. Since I anticipate that's what's going to happen. There's not a hell of a lot on this map. Oh well. What are these? Toggle categorized mode on the resource readout. Don't know what that means. Toggles room stats display. Oh well, these are buttons I shall investigate over time. To begin with, though, we need to get the fundamentals sorted out. So we need to get some shelter, and I quite like this rocky, this granite area as an initial building site. Although we've got this kind of pre-built over there, which might save me a job. No, I like the shelter of rock. So right, let's get some work going. Orders, yes, that's what we do. No, orders, and then chop all of this lot. That's it, and that one. You can't chop that. Okay, well, tell you what, don't chop that one. Next, we want some wall type behavior, and we're going to build it out of wood because we don't have. Yeah, we got plenty. Don't worry, we're fine for wood. We're gangbusters when it comes to wood. We're going to have to build it somewhere else until that bunny gets out of the way, though, I think. What's the problem? You can't build on... What's this? What's the problem? Mud. Oh, okay, right, well. You know what? I'm over it. I'm not bothered about building in this rocky area. We're going to go and do something else. We're going to go and make use of this bit of sandstone wall here, and we'll build there instead. It doesn't want me to build on wood. What's the problem with that? Anyway, right. We're going to go for something relatively simple. We just need an area in which to store stuff under cover, and another area in which people can sleep. Now, I could double up on that to begin with, because hold on, let's Really, am I thinking this through clearly? I am thinking this through clearly. How very dare you? There we go. Yeah, we'll do that. Right, so we're going to need a bit of wood in order to get that going. Let's put some doors in. One there and another one right there. And then I will unpause the game presently, and everyone will get to work, and there will be the celebrating and the joy. Until, of course, I find someone who doesn't actually want to do any work, but we'll figure that out. Let's work. There we go. Right, so Big Steve. Big Steve refuses to do anything that is even remotely flipping valuable. He can be a doctor. No, he can be a patient. He can do bed rest. He can flick, handle, and hunt. You're a flaming marvel, you are, Big Steve. Big lazy flaming Steve. Higher priority, lower priority. Well, I don't know. Can I move these around? No, I don't think I can. Oh, I see. So it's always going to do this stuff first, this stuff later. Right. Fine. Okay, good. Right, well, we'll stick you on research as well, and we'll take the other two off it, given that they're the ones that can actually do something of any flaming value. Plant cut, yeah. What is flicking? Flick switches. Oh, okay. Good. Right. Unpause. Let's rock and roll here. Well, come on, team. Go do something useful. Right, I'm also going to set their hours unrestricted. No one gets unrestricted work on this planet. Big Steve, you can work flipping constantly. You don't deserve anything else. In fact, what I will say, however, is we'll take you off duty there. And off duty there. You can do as you please. Actually, you are going to need a bit more sleep than that. I'm being too cruel. I'm trying to drive my people insane before they even got started. And then, as before, we will stagger working hours so that we have a reasonable amount of coverage over the course of the day. And right there. Now, this doesn't help them out as far as socialization is concerned, but I don't care. We'll worry about that when the time comes. To begin with, we've got enough to contend with, just getting a roof over their heads, so they can work as required. Good. Right, that's everybody on a similar schedule. I might line them up for eating at least a bit later on. Likewise, since Big Steve is just hanging around doing nout at the moment, let's get him to that's Peter the Terrier off this squirrel, will you? Get good at something, Steve, alright? Because you don't want to do any work, so I am going to insist on you actually, becoming proficient at least. Alright, let's have some of that, and a bit of this, and some of that, and a bit more of there. And we're going to need some more wood. Chop the wood down. There we go. Okay, good. Right, now that will easily provide enough wood to get the job done. So what I'm thinking initially is here we will put a kind of a snoozing sleeping area, and next door to that I want a door there, and next door to that we will put our stockpile zone. At least initially. We may evolve it later on. But I'm going to stockpile all of this to start with. Right, furniture, sleeping spot. We can do a bit better than a sleeping spot. Hold on, let's make sure I'm making this out of something viable. What's the old? No, that's not it. There we go. Right, so yes, they are going to have to share a room initially because I'm not made of rooms, so they're just going to have to. And frankly, I'm a little disappointed that we had Big Steve, someone who is reluctant to do anything even remotely useful. you know, Sandy and Bert are really getting it done in terms of you know, contributing to the world in which we're aiming to inhabit. Steve, meanwhile, just kind of kicking about. In fact, is there nothing else that I can give him to do? He's a noble. He's a pain in the backside. That's what he is. What does handling do? Tame, train, harvest resources from and slaughter animals. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to figure out how to tame some. What are you? Boom rats? No, boom rats bad. We know this. However, turkey good. Let's set that to tame. Turkeys may attack upon a failed taming attempt. Well, you know what? If I lose Big Steve as a result of trying to tame a turkey, I'll get comfortable with that. I'll be okay with it. What do you got here? Ah, ooh. How about my own? Yeah, sure. Let's. Steve, I'm putting you in harm's way. Enjoy. Do we want to watch Steve? The Adventures of Big Steve the Noble crash landed on an alien world, given nothing but high-risk jobs to do. What are you up to, Peter? Are you eating? You are, aren't you? You are, in fact, eating this squirrel. All right. Well, you know, yeah, he's eating a dead squirrel. Well, he's come to the right place. What are you? Come on, Steve. Look, I've given you stuff to do. I mean, you've got a fetching haircut and all, but I've offered you stuff to tame. Oh, maybe he was on a break. That is certainly plausible. Where's he going? And I'm just going to follow him because, you know, we've got other jobs to do. He's coming over here to raid the supplies, isn't he? He's going to go, I'm going to have something to eat. I'm not going to do any work, though. Stuff you. No work. That's a mug's game. You two proles are here to enable my future survival. Sandy goes, yeah, it's no good waving hello to me. I'm not even remotely interested in you, Big Steve. You disgrace of a crashed colonist. How does he feel about that? He's wandering around with a survival rifle. I mean, you know, we clearly want him to survive. What does he need? He's sanguine. So he's a pretty relaxed individual. New colony, ate a fine meal, feeling good, ate without a table. Get over it. Meanwhile, had a nice chat with Sandy. Do not get romantically involved with Sandy. She has not been put on this planet just to look after your own personal needs, Steve. You disgust me. Right. Meanwhile, our happy work crew, and we've got beds. Nice work, Sandy. Bert's finishing off the supply area. I don't mind that he fails it sometimes. He's gonna, you know, he'll get better. Now, oh, interestingly, these chaps appear to have bars of some description behind them. Now, I wonder if that's mood or it does appear to be mood. Yep, it's mood. So now we can actually track how chipper our colonists are based on the bar at a glance. That's quite helpful. Should I be thinking about maybe setting up a field? I think that's almost certainly a good idea. Now I don't want to queue up too much work because well, someone's got to do it. What do we think is a good field size? I like 8s. 8s feel good. 8 feels like a good solid heroic size for a field. And we'll go with 3. There you go. See, look, the team, not content with just having built housing, are now they're working on what we're actually going to eat. Potatoes. More potatoes. No, we want what do we want in there? Roses. I can't see roses being that good. I think corn for a bit of dietary variety, and rice for some more dietary variety. I think that's the way to roll with that. Right, okay. Bert's clocked off for the day. Steve, where are you? What are you doing? Nothing. Do you want to at least haul the supplies back to Blighty? You know, you lazy git. I'm going to volunteer Steve for all kinds of danger very soon. In fact, as soon as danger turns up, you can bet that it's going to be Steve that is up there facing it. Right, now, I ought to possibly think about getting some electricity up. So my initial plan is going to be much the same as last time. Is start out by putting a roof over their head, tick that box, job done. Getting the supplies, sheltered from the elements, tick that box as well. We've done that, and then a workshop of some description, which will include a dining area. And I suspect I'll plumb that in here. Now, no, Steve, don't fall in love with Sandy. She's not your type. Steve, mate, seriously, you're asking for hard. In fact, you're not me, mate. You're a bum, Steve. What does he need? 8 without a table. He's joy deprived, rebuffed by. See, I told you, she's not that into you, dude. Because you're lazy, and you're a pyromaniac. Great. So not only will you, of all the people that could have survived. This is Steve, Big Steve Tabasco. Of all the people who could have survived, I've got a pyromaniac layabout. Where are you going? What are you pursuing now? You're going after these bushes. Well, I doubt very much you're going to do anything useful with them. Look, I've given you taming orders. Maybe I need to set an area up as a stick animals here zone. I'm pretty sure I've seen one before. So taming is not something I have previously encountered, and me being me, I've not looked into it even slightly. We're just gonna busk it and see what happens. Joy, no, I don't think that somewhere for animals is going to be anything along the production. Crafting, no. Butchering, bit premature. No, okay, well, we'll just have to figure that out when the time comes. Look, go tame this turkey while it's asleep. No, not so much. Well, there we go. End of the day, everyone's asleep. We've got an awful lot of work to do to get these fields up and running, but we are in spring, so and it's the first day, and they managed to get shelter up in the first day, so I guess I shouldn't be griping that much. Right? Definitely shouldn't be griping too much. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in to our 3 hapless renegade heroes, Big Steve, Sandy, and Bert, who will be going on further adventures next time around, and you will want to subscribe to ensure that you don't miss out on such things. I've been Colonel Failure. Chuck us a like if you enjoyed this one, and I'll catch up with you very soon. Bert's having a little lie down. I suggest you do the same. Cheerio.